strategies are made to appeal to both the left brain and the right brain consumer, and we strongly believe that Nestle should take a proactive stand, keep its tone quiet, swing into damage control mode, and take every possible measure to reach out to every possible customer and bring the masala back into our lives.
You obviously hit a sympathetic note out there. No, that's very good. I think the first thing that has played within, generally within accepted limits of presentation, I think good, very good presentation skills.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. I think from my perspective, you answered what the corporate communications guy would need to do. So I think sometimes you went out of the way. I think some of your ideas were terrific. I'll leave it at that.
Give a big hand to the first all-women's team. Really articulate, very well presented. I loved the first couple of slides. Then I thought you guys got lost a bit, and I like the ideas that you just gave on the mobile app and that returning the wrapper. And so not all the bits were great, but I think overall very well presented. I think presentation is half the battle won. Ideas, some of the middle part was missing. But overall, I'm very impressed with how well year ones have articulated this. Very well.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would like to echo the views shared by both the judges so far. In fact, I am suitably impressed. I think you guys have you guys have it in you. You know what I mean. I mean, you have that spark.
There's nothing left to say. Good job.
I think we have a clear favorite for the gold. So next up is B. Pandavas from Sri Balaji Society. Okay, and I think some of them might have fallen. Okay. Karishma, if you can get the next team in, please.
Okay. So first of all, my name is Kaushik Biswas. I'm playing a reporter. Okay. Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Kaushik Biswas. I'm reporting from Pune. The breaking news right now is that Maggie has been banned. So the nation wants to know why exactly Maggie has been banned. So first of all, so quickly move on to the headquarters of Maggie. So.
Gentlemen, we have a breaking news out here from India. The Maggie has been banned in all over India. We need to pull off all the bags from shelves immediately. We need some solutions. Tell me, what can we do?
Sir, I think for now it is better to keep quiet and let this tide recede. So, and when time comes, we'll reply promptly. I think so.
What do you think, Jitendra?
Sir, I also think that we should only recall the packs and issue communication through mail. And we'll wait for some time till the controversy will get over.
Yeah, then we do that only.
So this is how the Maggie controversy got its shape. Maggie, a brand trusted in all over India, a brand which had its presence in many of the countries, to be precise, 194 countries, a brand having more than 700 factories and employing more than 3.34 lakh of people. So we need to study as students into management who have not even completed their first month of management studies. We thought that this is a best opportunity to study about a brand which has made its presence into not only the country but every home of our nation. Taking its origin into view, Maggie and Nestle both were different things, different companies. Nestle, the company owning the brand Maggie now, was originally a Swiss company.
And the state which had banned Maggie were like Andhra Pradesh, New Delhi, Assam, and finally the whole nation actually banned Maggie. Okay, so before the Maggie controversy, this was the market share of Maggie. It was initially 90% before the controversy and 10% when others in other like EP noodles, etc. All those things. After this is something which you can see in Malaysia, 39% market share in Malaysia of Maggie noodles itself. But after the controversy, the sales have dropped about to 75% in India. Okay, these are the losses which the Maggie might have faced. The most important loss I would say is the loss of credibility. We had done a survey in a place called Tathagata in Pune itself. The major revelation which we came to know about is that Maggie has lost its credibility. People have lost the faith totally in Maggie, like they don't want to consume Maggie even if it's brought back again with lots of changes. Okay, so that's a major loss. And talking about the revenue, the first quarterly loss in the past 15 years, it has never ever experienced such kind of a loss for the first quarter in the past 15 years. Third thing is the loss amounted to 64.4 crores in India. That was before, maybe the last month. But right now, recently there was a case study conducted by Harvard, which revealed that there was the losses pertaining to Maggie were over 320 crores rupees. And as you can see, sales have plunged by 20.1% and domestic sales have dropped by 20.6%. And okay, the remaining parts will be explained to you all by my friend Nikhil.
So the next part after the controversy goes to how will Maggie retaliate? What was the reaction of the Maggie? The basic reaction was the steps taken by Maggie were they choose to keep quiet and thought that that controversy will get burned out in around 2 months. That was the first initial reactions, and they did not first challenge FCCI and FDA's authorities testing abilities, but that backfired. Then what happened? This was the assumptions on our part which we considered, which was taken by Nestle into account. Just like they were not retailing at first part. They undermined the power of Indian media. That caused a huge harm to them. They caused huge harm to their name. Another thing was Nestle's stature and reach was global, so they decided to keep the things under the blanket, but they did not analyze that the situation may get out of control. And so the press releases were less and no direct top level management statement was given. Yeah. Another thing that hampered the chances was they underestimated their love, consumers' love for their product. Ultimately, they have to retaliate, saying that the testing was not up to the mark. They did their own test. So after that, that could not help them also, and ultimately ban was there. So here are the case questions which we explained by Parag.
Hello everyone, my name is Parag. So the questions which were given to us, the first question was how should Nestle address the consumers' ongoing concerns about harmful presence of harmful ingredients? How should it be communicated? So key stakeholders would be consumers, government bodies. Then the main challenges were to how to educate people. And according to our survey, we did a survey for around 250 people. Almost 3/4 youngsters were ready to consume Maggie and they were missing Maggie. So again, we asked some parents as well because their perception had to be taken into consideration. Surprisingly, most fathers are ready to consume Maggie if it is backed with proper labeling and standards. On the same hand, Maggie has lost a good amount of credibility when it comes to mothers because almost 70% of them said they won't be consuming it again. Solutions to it? Yeah, solutions for this could be Nestle needs to educate people about ingredients, about facts, how Nestle is made, what ingredients goes into Maggie. Through national ad campaigns, through campaigns, it is important to emphasize that lead and MSG are naturally found. It is not like that if it is present in other things, so we can do this, but let people think about over it that it is already present in different components as well. So there could be some posters as well on retail stores, retail chains, where people are being educated about what is in Maggie. Again, that focus majorly needs to be put on parents, especially mothers. There could be some short messages for mothers. A small paper token for message could be kept inside a Maggie pack. So whenever they open a pack, they get a message. This could be a message, could be an ad campaign for Maggie. What is in your Maggie? There could be some different points over here. Then the second question was how can Nestle India initiate purchase trials? Again, the key stakeholders would be retailers, especially the retailers, the distributors, the government, FDA, FSI authorities. What the challenge lies ahead is distributors, retailer confidence, boosting purchase, brand endorsers. The brand endorsers like Amitabh Bachchan, Madhuri Dixit had been questioned very heavily and critically. Okay, I'll complete my presentation. And according to a survey, when retailers were asked if their business has been affected, so almost 66% said yes.
Guys, stop.
I'll take everybody. Yes. We did some survey.
Just drop it. Just drop the.
As sir said, it could be Maggie 2.0. So we thought of this as when we were making our slides. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think that's good attempt. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I like the start. At least you thought of a different way of starting the presentation. But I think you went downhill after that because problem articulation didn't come until almost the end of the presentation. There was no point in going through all those earlier slides. You had wasted time on that. I like the fact that you had done a survey of 250 people, but you were not able to bring it up as much as you should have. The important thing that I got from there was that fathers are willing to eat Maggie, but mothers are not willing to, which I haven't got that so far. So a good attempt, but keep it in mind that you just lost an opportunity to compete because of too much of excess of information which wasn't going to serve any purpose. Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think the way you started in the beginning, which is the role. This is what we call in management is role playing. So you use that technique of role playing, which is of course a disruption and a way to attract attention. But what happened ironically and metaphorically is that you actually ended up to some extent. As the real life brand managers from Nestle or the marketing team from Nestle, because that actually so therefore you essentially enacted what exactly happened inside the Nestle headquarters when the crisis broke out. Because like Nestle, you guys also ran out of time. Like Nestle, you guys were completely out of focus. Like Nestle, you guys were not paying attention to to the audience at hand. So I think there is a lesson and a learning for all of us, because we have also been part of situations, we ourselves, when such crisis happens unexpectedly. So I think that's the lesson which you guys must keep as future managers, how to optimize within a limited time span. So that's I thought I'll just kind of make it a bit clear. Going forward, definitely that will be of handy to you. So.
So, good effort, guys. But I guess you guys actually went out there and did a lot of survey, did a lot of research, done a lot of homework. But somehow you've not managed to translate that. Some of the reasons have been discussed here. Spend close to 80% of your time in context setting. Just get the timing right. You guys can do a good job, yeah? Well done.
Thank you, sir.
That was a brave effort by Balaji Society. We have our last team for today, Italian Stallions from MISB. Guys.
Personal gratitude to Mr. Rajesh Pant, Mr.Tathagata Chatterjee, Sudha Singh, Mr. Jaibal Naduvath, all the contestants who made it to the shortlist and presented today, and students who had an opportunity to observe the grilling without getting into the oven. I personally think that we should do more of this, because you get multiple points of view and you are in a position to evaluate for yourself or your sake what can be done, what cannot be done, and what could have been done, and whatever else. I had a fairly similar situation in ISB Hyderabad, where I went in with a 20-minute presentation. Raj, stop laughing. And Raj went with me, and our time got cut down to 10. And like an honest, nice fellow, I tried keeping it to 10, finished at 9, and made a complete hash of it. So my learning that day, and I discussed it with Raj later, that whenever I walk into a presentation situation, I will create one for what I think is the available time, one for half that time, and another one for half of that time. Okay, so that I never lose the opportunity. So should many of you, because the common theme that runs through most presentation is logical continuity of slides, brevity, and putting your thoughts together. Again, I run from presentation to presentation. I had a presentation with some guys who are very big in the academic world, in a world's class situation, and I just leave it there. And we are presenting on behalf of the Faculty of Media Communication Design of University. So my first slide, first presentation deck was completely filled with numbers, and guys just revolted, saying we are not used to seeing 100 pieces of data on a slide. So I worked over it for 3 days and got it down to something which was more easily palatable. And these are guys with very high IQs and several PhDs and whatever else. Overall, I think challenges, contests helps everyone. Most of all, the participants. Okay? So those of you who sat there and didn't participate, the next time, please be on this side. That's my last thought. In the meantime, I'm sure you're familiar with the procedure, transparency, and whatever else. So, Karishma, please make sure that the rules and the way they are conducted, we make sure that it's completely transparent and visible to everyone. Thank you very much.
So, panelists, do we have a winner? Okay.
But we promise to be ready by 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Absolutely, sir. Take your time.
would you like a cup of tea?
Okay, guys, in the meantime, please don't harm.
I think it would be a fair way of checking whether what the audience got is getting reflected. By the way, one second. You cannot vote for the 2 SIMC teams or 3 SIMC teams, 4 SIMC teams. You can't simply. I mean, that's completely unfair. Yeah. But let everyone else vote for whatever. So give a sheet of paper or whatever. I'm sure you can do it. Or at least think about it. Keep your top 3 in place so that we can check out what you thought about it and SIMC no biases.
Sir, I think based on the majority, we can have a people's choice, people's champion of sorts.
Yeah, thank you very much. To Professor Chatterjee and more specifically to all of you. I think you were a wonderful audience. I think you clapped at the right places. More specifically for your own teams. I think that shows a lot of good team spirit. Congratulations. I already said what I had to say in the morning, in a nutshell. But I think while these presentations were being made, as a group, all the judges, learned one thing, that there is a great need for learning expression, for learning the right form of communication, learning how to present, learning not to put a multiplicity of points out there because the audience gets flummoxed. They don't know whether to listen to you or to read what is written there, and therefore the ideas that you want to propagate always fall between the cracks. And the net result is that you never get the buy-in that you want from a presentation. Just remember one thing, every time you're making a presentation where you're standing in front of a group of people, you are trying to sell something. My objective, whenever I have to come and stand in front of a group of students, for instance, whether it is for a second or for 5 seconds, is to deposit an idea in your mind. If I can do that, I'm successful. If I can't, well, unsuccessful. So please remember, every time you make a presentation, you are selling something. And if you can't and you cannot sell if your audience does not understand you, because they are getting confused by what you are saying to what they are seeing. There's got to be a link between the two. That is success, if you can do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I really enjoyed sitting here and judging you guys. It's the easiest thing, that's the best job to have. Let somebody else do the talking and you just need to find the faults. So I enjoyed that part of it. All of you were brilliant. It takes a lot of courage and confidence to come and stand here and present. So that is great. What you have to take back the learnings from us is just take it as a learning. Don't look at it as, oh, I was not good, or she said he was better or she was better or whatever. This is learning. You guys are young and you can learn and you can adapt and you can change. So do that and take it as a positive experience. The other part is about the case study per se. Tathagata in the morning mentioned this, and he said that, I would not look at this Maggie fiasco as a crisis. I would look at it as an opportunity. And I agree with him. And none of you, nobody actually looked at it as an opportunity. None of you placed the campaign in a way where you saw Maggie treating this whole issue about MSG and labeling as an opportunity for itself, to take the front foot on it and address whatever issues there were. So when you're working on a presentation, I think keep a clear mind, think hard, think about off-track ideas, because we get so embroiled in working on presentations and getting to the end of the presentation that we stop thinking it through. So if you think it through, you will get several options, and no idea and no options are bad until they've been proven to be bad. So keep your mind open about it, because it would have been a great opportunity for Maggie to say that they have undertaken the biggest recall in the country, or globally anywhere actually, and take the front foot as a socially responsible corporate that considers its consumers as its most important priority. You could look at that also. Overall, I enjoyed my experience. I loved the campus. I've always thought that I'll never make a good teacher because I'm impatient. But when I saw the campus, I started feeling a bit that, oh, I should start teaching. So thank you guys for inviting me. I loved it.
Good evening, friends. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. And thanks to the teams who make such a valiant effort. At the end of the day, friends, it's not about winning. It's always said that. So I'm not going to go with that. What matters is to have the spirit of enterprise, that spirit of endeavor, that spirit of initiative, which all of you today, all of the teams today, displayed in wonderful measure. So at the end of the day, truly it does not matter who wins and who loses. What matters is that you have displayed the courage, displayed the enterprise, displayed the spirit, and this spirit will take you long. This spirit will be the difference between winning and losing. You guys have done a very good job. I wish you all the very best and have a wonderful life.
So, not on not too many occasions you have the privilege of making concluding remarks or having the last word, or rather having the last laugh, so to speak. So, but here am I, kind of going to talk about the overall experience in a couple of sentences. So, I've got a confession to make. I think uh, this campus evokes a certain nostalgia, in the sense that when I think of Maggie, it evolves a nostalgia. Similarly, when I visit visit this kind of a campus, it evolves a certain amount of nostalgia. It actually takes me back to my campus days, and believe you me, when I was a student in the institute, I had, I think, 0.1% of knowledge and acumen compared to what I just saw amongst all of you. So honestly, that's the first, and this is not self-effacing modesty, it's actually a fact. Uh, B is that whatever critiques I have spoken, with regards to these presentations, it has actually come over an experience of around close to 18, 19 years. Those points which I was trying to make, it didn't I didn't have it in me when I was a student, certainly not. And till date, when I walk into a meeting, when I walk into a boardroom, when I meet the chairman of companies running companies which are worth millions of dollars of turnovers, I still feel a lot of goosebumps inside my chest. I feel a lot of butterflies inside my stomach. I feel my hands are getting cold. I start feeling tongue-tied. I really, really frantically think of how to place my arguments, because real-life CEOs are extremely impatient. They don't have any sentiment. They are looking for the solution crisp, upfront, close, personal. And in those critical moments, I kind of give my best, and it's not an easy process, let me tell you. So therefore, whatever points or critiques which I think I have made, or even most of the judges have made, all of the judges have made, actually, take it in the right spirit, because what we are just imparting to you is actually a sum total of our collective experiences, which you will not be able to maybe realize it now, but once you go out of the campus, then you will start realizing the importance of it. So I would urge you to take it into the right spirit, and try to imbibe at least some of it, because ultimately these are things which they don't teach you at the Harvard Business School, and these are some things which will actually help you to make strides in your life. So with that thought, I think the result is up there and it will be announced shortly. I would like to again extend my utmost thanks to all of you, to the director. I think as an institute, it has made shown a lot of progressiveness by creating a case study like this, which even a Harvard Business School is attempting as we speak. So therefore, in that sense, it's a sign of progressiveness. It shows actually forward thinking. So I think it's a great gesture, and I'm honored to be a part of it. With that word, I would like to end my speech. Thank you very much.
Without wasting much of your time, we would now like to announce the winners. We'll start with the top 4 teams. The fourth position goes to Firebolts from SIBM Pune. The third position goes to Team 3 Marketeers from IMT Ghaziabad. The second position goes to our very own team challengers, SIMC. first position, team the Muggle-head.
Sir, please come on stage.
It's a bit embarrassing when the organizing institute wins the first and the second place. Our head of the student council was so embarrassed that he asked me, shall we change the rankings? I said, go ask the judges. You might have seen some confabulation because to me, transparency is something that will swear by. The most interesting part about these results is that the group which is standing out there, those three young kids, are first years. So I'm really surprised. Having said that, let me proceed with the day's things that needs to be done. So I will hand the trophies over. Oh, by the way, Himanshu Mandlik, the corporate communication manager that you are trying to help, is a batchmate of mine, and he'll be delighted with your presentation.
First prize winner wins 15,000 and the second prize winner wins 10,000. Sir, Mr. Chatterjee, sir, if you could please felicitate the judges by handing over the
These mementos for judges are custom made, as is the tradition of SIMC, as you know. They have bits of information about the judge as a part of a little doodle. So, Mr. Pant, may I give a doodle made by our students to you? Thank you so much.
Miss Sudha ma'am, if you could also please. And Mr. Tathagata Chatterjee. Mr. Jaibal Naduvath. Sir, we could not find the picture on social media, which is the reason we put a logo there.
Alright, guys, thank you very much. Once again, my sincere appreciation to everyone. And I can assure you that Himanshu Mandlik will love your presentations.
All the participants, please come on stage so that we can have a group photo.
कुछ ज़्यादा लोग नहीं